Welcome to this deep dive. We're swapping out financial spreadsheets for something quite different tonight. A snow-covered nightmare.
Yeah, definitely a change of pace.
Our sources are centered entirely on this single, really detailed, and frankly, utterly terrifying first-hand account. It's from an Indian long-haul trucker named Sandeep.
And this isn't just some vague ghost story. It's a specific encounter happened in the U.S., deep in the snowy wilderness, really hard to explain away.
Exactly.
And our mission here, well, it's not just to retell the story. We really need to unpack it, follow the evidence, see how the terror builds. It goes from this really unsettling silence to, well, sheer horror. And we need to analyze the specific kind of bizarre details Sandeep gives, and crucially try to connect what happened with the local history. That might explain why this horror was even unfolding.
Okay, let's set the scene for you. Our main guy, Sandeep, he's experienced 8 years driving trucks across the U.S. Big rig, fully automatic, sometimes pulling 2 trailers.
So not a rookie, not someone easily spooked by shadows.
Not at all. And he avoids those standard roadside motels. He actually prefers finding these isolated scenic spots.
Right, wants to be alone, cook his own food. What was it, Maggie?
Yeah, Maggie Noodles.
Yeah.
Likes his peace and quiet. But this time, the conditions are just brutal.
Yeah.
Intense snow, freezing cold, visibility basically zero.
That preference for isolation, it's important, I think. Shows he's comfortable being alone, probably has a high tolerance for, roughing it a bit.
He embraces it.
But that tolerance is really going to get tested here. He stops in this heavily forested area, middle of a heavy snowfall.
And he gives himself a strict time limit. 1 hour. That's it.
Knows the risk. Stay longer, and the truck gets snowed in for good.
So he seals up the cab meticulously. Curtains, sheets, every window covered. Like a cocoon.
Can't see in, can't see out. Total isolation.
He's trying to create this safe little bubble.
And think about this. The source mentioned he'd survived, 48 hours alone in a jungle once when his truck broke down?
Yeah, that's right.
So for him to get truly terrified, the threat has to be pretty extreme. It really adds weight to his fear, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So he's sealed in, lights off, relaxing maybe on his phone. And then the first sign, it's not visual, it's sound.
Footsteps.
Distinct footsteps. Crunching on the snow, heavy boots, sounds like, coming closer, slowly, from a distance.
And then they just stop.
Right next to the driver's side cabin. Dead stop.
Oh, that's chilling. And then silence.
Absolute silence. For he estimates 15, maybe 20 minutes, just nothing.
That's almost worse, isn't it? The waiting, the not knowing.
He said he just froze, held his breath, didn't dare move, didn't want to give it. He was inside. All he could hear was his own heart pounding.
Pure psychological dread right there.
And then the silence breaks. But not with a sound you want to hear.
What happened?
He hears the driver's side door handle, the locked handle, being grasped and twisted. Repeatedly.
Showman trying to get in.
Like physically trying to force the lock.
Yeah.
When that doesn't work,
They move.
moves around the front of the truck to the passenger side, tries the exact same thing on that locked door handle.
Okay, wow. That's not random. That's focused. Intelligent, almost.
Yeah, not just some, ambient spookiness.
No, this is targeted. It suggests whatever's out there knows he's inside, and it has a clear objective. Well, get into the cab. That changes things.
But just when you think it can't get worse,
Yeah.
it does. After the failed door attempts, he hears more footsteps.
More? Oh, man.
2 more sets, crunching on the snow. Joining the first one. He figures it's a group now. 3 of them.
And he gets a sense of who they are.
He estimates, based on the sounds, maybe a man, a woman, and a child. Like a young teen, 12 or 13.
A family. Okay, that's unexpected.
And then they start talking, whispering amongst themselves near the truck.
But he can understand them.
Not at all. That's the thing. The language is utterly incomprehensible. He described it as spring-like.
Spring-like. What does that even mean? Like bouncy, metallic.
The source wasn't super clear, but it suggests the cadence, the rhythm was just weird, unnatural, mechanical maybe. Not like any human speech you recognized.
Wow. That auditory detail is just so bizarre. It really pushes it into the realm of the truly strange, maybe non-human or something else entirely.
Something alien or ancient maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so he's hearing this weird talking, knows there are 3 figures outside. What does he do?
He has to try and see. He decides to risk a peek.
Yeah.
Very cautiously, he starts to move the edge of a curtain.
Oh, brave move.
But the instant he moves, the moment he shifts to look, the voices stop. Dead silence again.
They knew.
Seems like it. He peeks out, sees nothing, just the snow and the trees. That immediate silence, it just ramps up the dread.
I'll bet. And his time's running out, right? That 1 hour window.
It's up. He has to move the truck now or he's trapped for good.
So escape attempt. What's the plan?
Just go for it. Sudden, fast. Start the engine, lights on, floor it. No warning, no looking first.
High risk.
He turns the key, engine roars, flips on the headlights, and he sees them. The three figures turning towards the truck's lights in the distance.
Okay, they're visible now.
He slams it into gear, hits the gas, tries to pull out, but
Immediately stuck.
the wheels spin. He said the engine was Jorlin Laga straining, taking all the force but getting no grip in the deep snow.
Oh no. So he's trapped, engine roaring, headlights painting them.
Exactly. And the noise, the struggle, it draws them closer. They start walking towards the truck,
Coming right at him.
right into the headlight beams. And this is where he gets a clear look.
What do they look like?
It's gruesome. He described decaying bodies, like corpses that have been rotting for a long time.
Oh, God.
Covered in like clotted dark blood, especially on their faces, around the nose and mouth. Just horrific. And they're getting closer and closer.
Within touching distance.
Almost. Right there by the cab. And just as they're about to reach the truck,
It breaks free.
suddenly, violently, the tires catch. The truck lurches forward, breaks free of the snowdrift.
Wow. Talk about timing.
He floors it, driving past them. And as he does, he looks right at them, makes eye contact.
And what do they do? Attack? Scream?
The man and woman just stare.
Yeah.
But the child figure raises its hand
Yeah.
and just waves innocently, like a simple goodbye wave.
What? After looking like that? A decaying corpse waving goodbye.
Yeah. Incredibly jarring.
That contrast is, wow. The horror of their appearance and then this mundane, almost childlike gesture. It suggests they're not just monsters, maybe, trapped in something.
Some kind of awful loop, maybe.
Yeah.
Still, he gets away. But the ordeal isn't over.
Of course not. It's never that easy in these stories, is it?
Nope. He drives maybe 5 kilometers, feeling relieved, probably shaky, and then hits black ice.
Or slides off.
Slides and gets stuck again. Roadside this time, but still stuck fast.
Can he call for help?
He uses walkie-talkie, gets through to his base. They pinpoint his location, tell him there's a workshop about 5 kilometers east.
Okay, help nearby.
But base can't contact the workshop directly. Communications are down or something.
So he knows help is there, but he can't summon it to him. And he's stuck. Again. In the freezing cold.
Right. The snow's still coming down hard. Risk of being completely buried.
So he has to make a choice. Freeze in the truck or...
Or walk. He decides to walk, braving the elements to get to that workshop.
That takes guts, especially after what he just went through. Walking into that blizzard.
He grabs his heavy-duty flashlight, his walkie-talkie, and sets off. And the path he follows.
Let me guess. The same direction the family went.
Exactly. He's literally following the horror he just escaped.
Following their footprints.
For about half an hour, he walks, using the torch. The prints of the man, woman, and child are clear in the fresh snow.
And where do they lead?
Directly off the road, deep into the forest, right up to this really old, kind of vintage-looking house, isolated out there.
A house in the middle of nowhere. This doesn't sound good.
He approaches cautiously, and he sees something strange.
What's that?
A fire, burning in a stove inside one of the rooms. He can see the glow.
So someone is there, or was, very recently, despite the house looking old and abandoned.
Exactly. He creeps up, tests the main door. It's unlocked.
Oh, he doesn't go in.
He does. He figures he has to check, maybe find help, maybe understand what's going on. He explores the rooms quietly. It's empty. But the fire proves someone was just there.
Okay, this is getting tense again. He's inside this creepy house, alone.
And then disaster. His walkie-talkie, he'd forgotten about the volume.
Oh, no.
Base calls him loudly. Sandeep, are you okay? Blasting out into the silent house.
Exposed.
Instantly. The moment the voice crackles out, a dog starts barking outside. Aggressively. Close by.
I was gonna hide.
He scrambles, finds a tiny dark storage room, dives in, pulls the door shut just as he hears movement outside the room.
The dog. Or...
He peeks through a crack. It's them. The family. They're back. They've entered the house.
Oh, man. He's trapped in there with them.
And the way they move.
Yeah.
He describes it as completely unblinking, slow, deliberate, unnatural movement.
Are they looking for him?
Not with their eyes. They're sniffing the air. Like animals. Whispering in that same bizarre, spring-like language. They seem to be sensing him rather than seeing him.
Sensing his presence, like
Yeah.
fear or just him being human.
Seems like it. And the child. The child figure slowly starts moving toward the storage room door, getting closer and closer, sniffing.
This is terrifying. He can't stay there. Can he fight?
He knows hiding is over. He needs to escape, violently if needed. He looks around frantically in the dark room, spots a high window.
A way out.
Yeah, like a ventilation window maybe. What he called a Rochandan. It's high up, glass pane,
Yeah.
normally unreachable.
How's he going to get there?
He feels around in the dark, grabs the first heavy object his hand finds. Doesn't even know what it is. He hurls it at the glass.
Smashes it.
Smashes it. Just as the dog's barking gets right outside the storage room door,
Yeah.
he somehow scrambles up, leaps through the broken window, falling out onto the snow below.
Incredible escape. Did they follow?
He doesn't wait to see. He just runs. Scrambles up a snowy hill, away from the house, away from the forest, finally reaching a small local road.
Wow. He made it. Out of the truck, out of the house. What now?
He eventually finds the workshop and motel base told him about. It's manned by a family, father, son, couple daughters.
Does he tell them the whole crazy story?
He does. Exhausted, terrified, probably expecting them to think he's lost his mind.
And their reaction.
That's the key. They don't dismiss it. They listen, and then they confirm it.
Confirm what? The house.
They tell him, yeah, that old house is haunted. Everyone local knows about it. Nobody goes near it.
Wow. So it's known folklore.
More than folklore, it seems. They provide the history, the why.
Okay, what's the story?
The locals explain the house belonged to a family back in 1915. They were murdered
Murdered. By who?
by forest bandits, Daku Dake, they call them duckwhites, robbers.
1915. A family murdered in that house. Man, woman, and child.
Exactly. The specific phantom family man, wife, child, they're apparently often seen on the nearby highway, usually trying to flag people down, asking for help.
That explains so much. Their appearance, trying to get into the truck. Maybe they weren't trying to harm him initially.
Maybe they were just repeating their pattern, trying to get help like they always do. But their appearance is so terrifying.
And their persistence, trying the handles. It comes across as aggression, even if it started as desperation. Victims trapped in their own horror story.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
And then comes the final piece of evidence. The thing that seals it for Sandeep, and frankly for us listening to the account.
There's more.
Yeah. After the locals help him recover his truck from the roadside the second time it got stuck,
Yeah.
he wants to thank them. He has one of those cameras, that prints the picture instantly.
Oh, like a Polaroid or Instax?
Exactly. A crucial detail. That's a physical print right then and there. He takes a photo of the helpful local family standing with their truck. His truck recovered in the background. A memento. The photo develops. The image appears. And standing near, clearly visible behind the locals' truck,
Oh, don't tell me.
the phantom family, the man, the woman, and the child from the house. Plain as day, in the photograph.
Whoa. Okay. That is chilling. Actual physical evidence appearing on the film.
Undeniable visual confirmation for him, right there in his hands.
It moves it beyond just a terrifying experience. The photo makes it real in a way that's hard to dismiss.
So this deep dive, it really showed the power of a detailed first-hand account, didn't it? Grounded by his experience as a driver, someone resilient.
Yeah, and you have this terrifyingly specific observation meeting this documented historical tragedy.
And the key takeaway for me has to be that consistency, the specific description of the three figures, their actions, both weirdly intelligent and ghostly, and then bam, the photo.
Yeah, the photo is the clincher. But what's fascinating, like we touched on, is that contrast in their behavior.
Right, trying the locks, entering the house, sniffing him out that seems focused, almost predatory.
But then the instant silence when he tried to look, the innocent way from the decaying child, appearing passively on a photograph that's pure ghostly phenomenon.
So what does that suggest?
It suggests they're caught somewhere in between, perhaps, in this permanent, agonizing limbo. They can interact with the physical world, clearly, but they're also bound to the spectral state, endlessly repeating echoes of their murder back in 1915. Visibly present, yet trapped.
A terrifying thought.
Yeah.
Which leads to a final question for you to consider.
Go on.
If a single violent traumatic event like that, a murder from over a century ago, can imprint itself so strongly that it becomes, well, visually verifiable on a photograph, what else is out there? What other historical tragedies, big or small, might be playing out just below the surface that we drive past every single day, completely unaware?
That's a heavy thought to end on. It makes you look at old roads and isolated spots a bit differently, doesn't
It
it?
really does. Keep digging, keep questioning. And thanks for joining us on this deep dive.